just finished up with 22-minute hardcore cardio 1. And I don't care how many times you go back to these routines, this is probably, I would suggest, maybe the easiest one of all the routines that we've done so far. However, as you can see, I don't know how well you can see it on the video, but she's just pouring in sweat.
What about you?
Well, yeah, I'm pouring in sweat too. I can't see myself though.
Pouring out my sweat.
I can see all your sweat, but this is a fantastic workout. I don't know how many burpees you end up doing during the whole routine, but a lot of burpees. So up and down and up and down and up and down. That gets a little exhausting, but I don't mind the burpees as much as I mind the what does he call them? The squat, run, lunges, or something like that.
Oh, I do those all day.
Yeah, she can do those all day, and that's my weakness. So the last round when he has you do 50 of them, I get to 30 and my legs are already burning up pretty good. So I just got it out for the last 20. But that's for me the hardest move. And then the side to sides where you're exploding and staying low. As long as you stay really low in that side to side, kind of like you're playing defense in basketball, you stay down there, then you get an excellent workout there. But those numbers go down, so the last round is actually the easiest. The first round's the toughest. So just a great workout. I enjoy this workout. 22 minutes, it's done.
Yeah, I'm still not 100%, so to me this was still challenging. Right now my chest is hurting pretty bad again. So, but I think my worst part of it was the burpees. I hate burpees,
Yes,
like with the passion. And so just the thought of having to do more burpees was just like mentally really difficult for me. And then I tried to start playing a mind game with my own self, and so when I would do my burpees, I would try to keep my breathing controlled, because I find a lot of times I'll speed up my breathing on my burpees, and it's almost like a panic breathing, if that makes sense at all, instead of a functional breathing. So I found the last round it was a lot more tolerable. We didn't do as many either, but I didn't find myself quite as winded and struggling quite as much as I did the previous times. Again, I think it has a lot to do with breath control. So if you can learn to control that, I think you'll do a lot better. Except for that burnout. Man.
22 more burpees at the burnout.
Yeah, the burnout. I'm just sitting here going, I'll do bear crawls all day long.
Yeah, those are easy.
That's like a break. I'll do the run lunges all day long. That's a break. But don't make me do more burpees. I'm just thankful he doesn't make us do a jump at the end of the burpee right now. I'm sure that'll come pretty soon. But yeah, overall I'd have to say I enjoy cardio 1. I remember when we first started it, we were kind of on it. But it's a nice little, it's 22 minutes. Like Phillip was saying, we both got a really nice sweat going on.
Very good.
And like he was saying, as long as you really concentrate on staying low in a couple of the moves, you'll get a really great burn out of it. So yeah, so now we're fixing to do Ultimate Warrior Core.
Ultimate Warrior?
Isn't that what we're fixing to do?
Special Ops Core.
I feel like an Ultimate Warrior.
I don't know where that came from. That's a whole nother workout, I guess.
I'm feeling like a warrior right now.
Yeah, so we still got more to do, so here comes the next workout. Special Ops Core.
Good luck on this. This is my second time doing it, right?
It'll be fun. Here it comes.
Special Ops Core.
What are you doing?
I thought you were gonna kick me for saying get some.
This very well may be the most number. Nice is 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4. Take it by all. 3, 2, down.
sides. We're doing an interview on different sides this time. We just finished up with Special Ops Core.
That's still like Super Warrior.
That is a tough workout. There are so many unique moves in this workout, but again, I think I said this the last time, I really like the fact that you're not doing a ton of sit-ups. Now, you do some sit-ups. That first move where you go sit up, crunch the knee, and then you do the 4, whatever they call them. But
Bicycles.
yeah, the bicycles, yeah. At this juncture, we're so tired and exhausted, we can't even remember the names of the moves. But the last move's my favorite move, the bird dog crunch sidearm balance. I like that move. It's if you take your time and you just get in rhythm there, makes that one a little bit easier. But just the fact that there's not a lot of crunches and a lot of it's done in plank doesn't make it like any easier. But I think it's more effective that way. You know, if you look at a lot of your routines nowadays, when you're talking about core routines, it always but they always are including like a lot of plank moves nowadays instead of a lot of sit-up moves. So I like the plank move. So this is I can't say it's a fun routine because it's extremely tough. It is a difficult routine. So it's not like we look forward to it, but definitely a great core workout. And you get cardio too, because my goodness, we're sweating again.
Yeah, I mean, Phillip, I feel like I did better this time than I did the first time we did it.
Just
And I think a
knowing
lot of that, has to do with knowing the move, but also because it's, your core does get stronger when you're doing this program because you are using your core in just about every routine that you do. And even in most of his other routines, he has you do some sort of a core work anyway, whether you realize it or not.
Yeah.
So your core does get a lot stronger by doing this program. So by the time you do get to the Warrior Core,
Special Ops core. She wants to be a warrior.
I'm stuck on Warrior.
We're going to start a new program, the Warrior Program.
By the time you get here, after cardio 1, you're already tired, so it felt good just to lay down. And then when he would have you get in plank move, I was like, no, let's just stay on our back. So, but I think the one move that I did different was the sidewinder. I didn't even attempt to do the sidewinder this time, just because it was that move, if you're not careful, you could really injure yourself. For one, I'll say that, because you could throw your back out if you don't know how to do it properly. But second of all, it's a very tough move. So what I did is I just laid on the floor and I would make my legs go one direction, my knees would go this way, and as my knees went that way, I would go the opposite way with my arms. So I would try to do the same motion that they were doing. I wasn't jerking it to where I was moving. And I tell you what, just doing that on the ground for the 22, I was absolutely dead. So that would be my suggestion.
Mine too.
Yeah, it's so much better. I told Phillip, he started out trying to do
I went one way, I came back the other way, and then I started spinning. And then I started laughing. Because instead of coming back the other direction, my body started going, ding, 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 ding. I was doing a circle. I was like, I don't even know how you even do that, but it was pretty hysterical.
Huh.
I was
So
just
then I
turning in a
told him,
circle.
just lay on your back and just do the motion, and it works just as good. And then he quit a little bit earlier, and he said, I'm going to rest up for the next two, because the next 2 are going to be hard.
Yeah, I only got the 14 on that one. I said, you know what? That's good enough for me, because I just don't like the move.
Well, again, I don't really care for the move either, but like I said, if you just go through the motion, I got an amazing core workout from that one motion. The other one that I can't do still is the bird dog. I think it's just because it is the last move.
Yeah.
Of the routine, so your core is exhausted by the time you get there. My shoulders were also tired from doing so much plank movement as well. So by the time we get there, I couldn't even attempt to get my leg up and balance in a bird dog position, so I would just raise one arm up, and then I would do my crunch and then sidearm balance. So that's a modification that you can do. I think the modifier even doesn't do the crunch, she just does a bird dog side arm balance. But I wanted to do it a little bit more challenging, so I added the crunch into it, and I felt good doing that. I got to about 19 to 20 on everything this time, where before I was only making it to like 14 or 15. So, and then I was having to take a break. And then this one I at least tried to, even if I had to take a break, I would still try to finish out the 22. Even, like I said, if I just stretch it out for a second, and then go right back into it. So it's good to see, kind of keep track of your numbers and where you're at, so you can try to make yourself go a little bit further next time you do the routine, so that way you can see that there is some progress being made. Otherwise, it could be a defeating program. Because it doesn't.
Special ops is the real deal right there.
It's very difficult. But even like the cucumber was a lot easier today for me.
Yeah.
Where last week I remember I couldn't even get off the ground the first couple of times. I would just kind of fall back down. So this time I was able to get up and go. And the other one that I really felt good progress on was where you have to grab your foot and hold it. And I figured it out. What I did wrong last time was I was trying to lay on the ground too much and not engage my core because my core was so tired. So you'll find that as your core gets stronger, you're able to sit up in a crunch position more, and then you can reach the bottom of your foot. Now by the time I got to like 16, 17, I was grabbing my shin. So, but I just pushed on with it, but I did feel better with it. At least I was able to get my foot, where last time I couldn't even get my foot. I was just doing my shin the entire time. So again, small improvements, baby steps, but they're steps nonetheless. So just keep pushing, guys. I know it's difficult, but you'll see progress. Just keep pushing yourself.
You did a great job at your interview today.
Wow, thank you.
Yeah.
Did you have anything else you wanted to say?
No, I didn't have anything else. I was actually at a loss for words there for a minute, so that's why I threw in.
Oh, I mesmerized you?
Yeah, so. All right. We'll see. We'll see you another day.
Bye, guys.